Hey guys, Jackson here with a review of Unlock Her Legs, how to use the scrambler to nail that hard to get girl. This is by Bobby Rio and Rob Judge. So let's take a look inside this course and see what you're going to get. Now here is what you're going to discover in this review. What is the Unlock Her Legs program? Who created the course and what should you know about them? Our verdict, the good, the bad, the bottom line. Who is it for and who is it not for? How does it work? We'll give you an inside look at the private member site for Unlock Her Legs. We'll tell you what you get, so the course modules, the parts and the bonuses. You'll get an in-depth review of the course plus the bonuses. We'll talk about whether or not the system lives up to the promises in the video and the marketing. Okay, so what is Unlock Her Legs? Well, it's a program that uses aspects of behavioural psychology and general dating advice to teach you how to date and sleep with that one specific girl that you already know but have never got anywhere with. Give you an easy to follow roadmap to get dates to end up back at your place, and to hook up with different girls from your social circle. Okay, so who is Bobby Rio? Well, he's the founder of TSB Magazine. It's a website focused on dating and lifestyle for men. His advice and his products tend to steer more towards the practical advice, so outer game with women, specifics of what to actually do and say. Now, he's dated and slept with a number of girls from his own social circles, and he's now in a long-term relationship. Now, who is Rob Judge? Well, Rob is a self-admitted nerd who struggled with women when growing up, but he's dedicated himself to learning how to date beautiful women. He's a former journalist who has put his writing skills to use in many articles and a few books teaching dating advice. And he's now been collaborating with Bobby Rio for a few years, and they've released a number of successful products. Let's take a look at our verdict for this product, and we're going to start with the bad. So one thing is that it may encourage guys with limited experience to focus on one specific girl instead of becoming better with women in general. It also seems a bit rushed in places, as there's some mistakes in the written content throughout the course. And depending on what your current relationship is with the girl that you're interested in, then it could be a while before you see some results. Now, let's take a look at the good. Well, it gives you detailed information on how to date or get into a relationship with a girl that you already know. There's lots of stories and examples from Bobby and Rob throughout the course to illustrate the different points that they teach. It gives you an easy to follow strategy to make sure that dates end up with the girl back at your place. Now, here is our bottom line verdict. If you have your heart set on dating one special girl, then this is the best product on the market. It's not really focused on helping you meet and attract new women. And if you're obsessed over one girl but never had a girlfriend, or you have no experience with dating skills, so in other words, if you're a complete beginner, then you should work on your foundational skills before using this product. Now you can see here we've given this an overall rating of 8.1 out of 10, so we've rated this as an excellent course. Now, who is Unlock Her Legs a good fit for? Well, it's good for men who want to get into a relationship or date one particular girl that they already know. For guys who want to try to hook up with different girls from their social circles. For men who want to learn a blueprint to follow to go on dates with girls that end up back at their place. And for guys that already have some dating experience and want to focus on one girl for the right reasons. Now, who is it not a good fit for? It was probably not a good fit for guys who are beginners and looking for a course that focuses on how to meet and attract new women. That's not what you're going to learn here. Also for men who have one woman they're obsessed over due to a lack of options. So you should work on becoming a more attractive man to women in general before focusing on just one. And the reason for that is, if you do get into a relationship with the one girl that you have your heart set on, you need to know the basic skills to keep her attracted in the long term. So it's one thing to get her into a relationship, and it's another thing to keep her attracted to you in the long term. So for that reason, we recommend you focus on learning the basics and getting a bit of dating experience under your belt before you try and get into a relationship with your dream woman, which is what this course is going to teach you. And it's also not a good fit for guys who are expecting a magic pill that will get them the girl they're interested in practically overnight. Okay, so this takes time if you want to get real results. Let's take an inside look now at Unlock Her Legs and see what you actually get in the members area. Okay guys, here's what you're going to see when you log into the members site. So over here on the right hand side, Unlock Her Legs, you'll see that's the only course highlighted. That's probably the only one you'll have access to. If you've got other products, then you'll see those highlighted as well. So here in the middle is all of the course content. If we scroll down, everything in the course is available here on this one page. Alternatively, here on the left-hand menu, you can click on these and that'll take you to different parts of the course if you just want to see that one particular section. But it's all here in order, so you know what order you need to go through the course in. So start with the introductory video. It's a short 8-minute video. Watch that first. It'll tell you how to use it. And as we come below that, there's this closed door interview section. And this is where Bobby and Rob are interviewed by this girl called Nikki. And she's asking them questions about this course and how the system works. So you can listen to that audio here in the window. So you just click on the play button to listen to it here. Or you can download them over here on the right and save it to your computer, listen to it a few times, listen to it later on if you want to do that. Or you can download all of them in one large zip file. So that'll tell you how to use this course and give you an overview of the system and how and why it works. So you definitely want to listen to that. So after listening to the interviews, you've got here the weapons of seduction. So it's a 2-part video series. So you can watch the videos online or you can download it. Personally, I recommend downloading it because there might be some issues with the video freezing up. I had that a couple of times, so I prefer to download it so you can watch it uninterrupted. 2-part video section, and this gets into the techniques. It's giving you like the tactics and the tools to really make this system work and to make a girl really obsessed with you and thinking about you, making her really curious about you. So this is really getting into the nuts and bolts of the system. So after those videos, we've got the scrambler. So you download this and it's a PDF book. So you read through that. That's written by Rob. And this is going to give you a written blueprint that you follow to put the whole system into action. So the scrambler is the core concept, the core idea that they're focused on. And it's basically scrambling a girl's brain to change her perception of you, to get her really curious about you, to get her intrigued with you. So this is particularly good for girls who have put you in the friend zone. They see you as a guy that maybe, yeah, you know, you're a guy that they know, but they don't have any romantic feelings for you. And this is where you're going to use the scrambler and the ideas that Bobby and Rob really get into to change how she perceives you. So that book is good, so you definitely want to read through that next. And then after that we have the lust system. So you can download the lust system as the PDF, so read through that. And then underneath that we've got all the different modules of the lust system. So there's different parts of the system here which Bobby and Rob go through. The videos are quite short. You see here this one is just under 8 minutes. Next one here is 15 minutes, so they don't take a long time to go through. And this is getting into what to do once you've used the scrambler to get the girl interested and intrigued about you. And after that, you're using the lust system to make her more sexually interested in you once you're hanging out with her again. So this is all about the practical stuff to do once she's intrigued, to take things from a platonic relationship to a romantic and a sexual relationship. So that's what the PDF book talks about, and then all of these video modules deal with this as well. So it gives you practical ways to apply everything that they've taught. So this one here you can see is about asserting masculinity, goes through just under 10 minutes. So all of this stuff is really good and it's quite effective. So spend some time on these videos because this is really teaching you all of the tactics and the ideas you're going to have to put into action when you're hanging out with the girl that you want to get into a relationship with, that you want to get into bed with, whatever it is that you're looking for. So it's really important to understand these concepts properly and make sure you apply them the correct way. So you might want to watch these videos a few times to make sure you really understand what they're talking about. So you can see here module number 8, so there's quite a few videos here. Module number 9, this is talking about sexual snowballing, which is quite a good technique. So you go through that one. Module 10, taking it home, making up her mind for her. So this is taking the girl home once you've been hanging out with her. So some really good information here. And you've got this one which is, you know, more kind of a bonus in my opinion, which is an interview with 60 years of challenge, he calls himself. His name's Chris Anderson. And this is about invisible escalation. So this is all about how to touch a girl and escalate things physically in kind of like a non-noticeable way. Like you're not doing anything too extreme that's going to get called out or make the girl kind of like freak out that you're moving too quickly. It's doing things subtly and it's escalating in a very smooth way. So this goes for nearly an hour, so watch that. There's some good ideas there. And here we get into the course bonuses. Not a great deal of information here, but these are worth going through. So you've got the boyfriend destroy sequence, which is MP3 audio. So all of these you download. And then the rest are PDF documents. So you've got the dirty dozen. This is conversation topics to make the conversation more sexual, more fun and interesting for the girl. She's sending you signals, so picking up on signals that the girl is sending that she's interested in you. There's the magnetic effect, and this is all about sending text messages to the girl, which take things from a platonic relationship to a more sexual level. So check that one out. And then there is her erogenous zones, and this is all about knowing her body and knowing what it takes to be a good lover. So there's some good information in these bonuses. There's nothing outstanding, there's nothing really groundbreaking. It's not up to the same level as the main course, but that's to be expected. These are just bonuses, so you're going to get most of the value from the main part of the course. So it's pretty easy to go through that course. There's nothing complicated there. It's laid out for you very well, so you just go through it in order, put it into action the way that it's taught, and you should get some great results from this. So here's the recap of what you get, the different modules and the parts. Just a reminder, it's a multimedia course, so you're getting PDF documents, you're getting video, and you're getting audio. So you're getting the introduction, you're getting those closed door interviews, the weapons of seduction, the scrambler, the lust system, and the interview with Chris Anderson, aka 60 Years of Challenge, which is about invisible escalation. So that's the core part of the course. And then for the bonuses, so these were mainly PDF reports, with one of them being audio, and that is the boyfriend destroyer sequence, the dirty dozen, she's sending you signals, the magnetic effect, her erogenous zones. So let's talk about if the course is legit. Is it effective? Well, it's largely based on proven behavioral psychology, and by applying what's taught here, you'll come across as a more high-value man to women. Now, we can't guarantee you'll get results with one particular woman because each woman is different, all the circumstances are different, not everybody's going to get exactly the same results, but in a general sense, this works really well. It gives you the tools to get a woman thinking about you, then the techniques on how to capitalize on that when you are with her. So for effectiveness, we've given this a 9 out of 10. How easy is it to actually put into practice? Well, the actual program is pretty easy to study and understand. There's nothing complicated here. Now, when applying it, there'll be parts that require some self-control, and that may be easier for some guys than others. So to give you an example, to really make this work, you're probably going to need to give the girl a bit of space. That's one of the tactics here. So if the girl sees you as a friend and she has no sexual attraction for you, to create a bit of intrigue, a bit of interest, you're going to need to give her a bit of space so that she has time to think about you and wonder about you. And some guys find this difficult to do. Other guys, it's not really a problem. So some guys will find this easy, some guys will find it hard, but it's a necessary thing to do. And overall, it's not really that difficult for most guys to put this into practice. Now, if you have no dating experience at all and you don't have a basic level of confidence with women in general, then you'll likely have a tougher time with this program than guys who already have a handle on the basics. Okay, and this is because when guys are first learning this stuff, you generally need to go out and screw up a few times and test things out and really figure out what works. It's very difficult to get great results and get into a long-term relationship with your dream woman if you have no experience with women whatsoever. And this program is really teaching you how to get into a relationship with that one dream girl, that girl that you're kind of friends with already, the girl that you already know. And for a lot of guys, they don't have the skills to make that work long-term until they've been out and tried out a lot of dating advice and tactics with a number of different women and build up their confidence level to a certain degree. So if you've got that experience, then you'll be in a good position to make something work with that girl that you've really got your heart set on. So for ease of implementation, we've given this an 8 out of 10. Will you find this elsewhere? Well, some of the main ideas and the psychology behind this program aren't really anything new. However, the techniques and the way everything applied is more original and has some new concepts as well. It's not rehashed from other products and overall offers a clear system better than other products that are focused on teaching the same thing. So for innovativeness, we've given this a 7 out of 10. What's the product experience like? Well, it's a multimedia program which is good as it mixes things up. So you've got the video, the audio and the ebooks. It's pretty straightforward to study, but it could have used some more care in parts as there's some mistakes throughout in the written parts of the content. It's a ClickBank marketplace product, which is good because that gives you a 60-day guarantee. So you can check out the program. If for whatever reason you decide it's not for you or doesn't live up to your expectations, then you're able to get a refund in those 60 days. And ClickBank has excellent customer support. So if you have any issues at all, get in touch with them and they will sort you out. So for packaging and customer service, we've given this an 8 out of 10. Is it good value for money? Well, it costs $79. This is a one-time payment without any rebills. There's a lot of content included in the membership area. And it's high quality information compared to a lot of other products on the market, and that's really important. Overall, the results that you get if you implement this program properly will make this seem like great value for money. So just think, if you get into a relationship with a girl, or if you're able to sleep with the girl that you've really got your heart set on, the girl that you've got a massive crush on, if you're able to get with that girl, then really $79 is not going to seem like a big deal. So for value for money, we've given this an 8 out of 10. Let's talk about whether or not the system lives up to the video and the marketing. So if you've seen the video already, it's all about how to use the scrambler to get a girl obsessed with banging you. So the scrambler is the main idea that I talk about throughout this video. So there's some big promises in the video, and mainly these are sleep with any girl, even if she's put you in the friend zone. Okay, so it's largely how to get the girl that has put you in the friend zone. The girl that you already know, you already have some kind of social contact with, but nothing has happened between you and her so far. So it's going to teach you how to get that specific girl. How to flip the switch that makes her chase you and beg to sleep with you. And it's going to teach you how to have the upper hand with girls and become the only man that she wants. So let's talk about the reality now and if it lives up to those promises. And the reality is this is the most effective method for getting out of the friend zone, but nothing works every time. Like I mentioned before, each circumstance is different, each girl is different. There's going to be cases where a guy has messed things up so badly that he's never going to be able to hook up with that girl. She just doesn't see him as a sexual option, and nothing he does will change that. That's not going to be the case in most situations. You will be able to change a girl's mind if you follow this course, but it's not going to work with every single girl. And there's going to be cases where maybe the girl has a boyfriend and she's happy with that guy and she's not looking for anything else. So overall, this will work in a lot of cases, but we can't promise it will work 100% of the time. Now, this shows you how to become more of a challenge, so it's likely that girls will start chasing you more. They will start putting in more effort to get your attention. They'll be more intrigued by you, so it does work on that front. And it's also going to help you appear more attractive to women. However, it can't guarantee you'll be the only guy she wants though. So in the marketing it says you'll be the only guy that she'll ever dream of sleeping with. Can't guarantee that's going to be the case because by nature, girls are going to be attracted to different types of guys. However, if you get into a relationship with her and if you do everything right, then there's a good chance that she's not going to be interested in hooking up with other guys. So in that sense, it does work pretty well. Here's a recap of our rating. So you can see here the good, the bad, the bottom line. We've given it an 8.1 out of 10, which on our scale is an excellent. So we feel that most guys are going to get a lot of value from this program. So if you want to check to make sure you are one of those guys who's going to get a lot of value from this course, then I encourage you to read this full written review, which you'll find underneath the video that you're watching. So we go into a lot more detail. You get more information on the good, the bad, the bottom line. We'll tell you more about the specifics of what's included in the course, who we think it's for, who it's not for. So read through this now, and at the end of it, you should come away with a good idea of whether or not you should invest in this course. So check that out now. If you decide you want to purchase this product, just come up here to the red button, go to Unlock Her Legs. That's going to take you to the sales page, and from there you can purchase the product. If you have any questions on the product or about this review, send them to me at my personal email address. It's jackson@datingskillsreview.com, and I'll be happy to answer those for you. That's it for this review, guys. Bye for now.